morning, Lionhearts. It's your old pal, Jordan the Lion. We did, in fact, if you saw the last vlog, we did, in fact, blow through after the vlog ended Mississippi and Alabama, and we stayed in Mobile, Alabama, and there is something I want to see pretty close to here today. But hopefully, if all goes well, Ja will see his new home today. We should arrive at our new home, and Ja will get to run through the house, and you all will get to see it. Daze with Jordan the Lion. This exciting day begins right now. This is the day you've been waiting for, big guy. Your own house. As we're traveling on to our destination, we don't have time to stop and do it today because we got a job at the USS Alabama. How cool is that? All right, we're pretty close. We're out on County Road 25, and we are gonna see some interesting stuff now. Here we are. If you're looking for this on your own, look for the Barber Marina. So we are going to see some of Mark Cline's creations. Some of you may know the name Mark Cline. He makes a lot of roadside attractions, and we're gonna see some of them today. One of them being Bamahenge, a full-size Stonehenge, and some dinosaurs in the woods. So you can see by this tree right here that they definitely get some pretty heavy storms out here. But Mark Cline kind of took that into consideration when he created these. I'll tell you how he did it. We made the turn right off the side of the road. You follow this little path back to an unbelievable man-made creation. You see it back there? Now Mark was originally known for these dinosaurs that we'll see eventually today, but he was creating these dinosaurs and they had a storm come through, cause some damage, so while he was out repairing them, the man who he was repairing them for apparently leaned down and said to him in a whispered tone, "Stonehenge." So he knew that that's what Mark had to do next. So he financed Mark to build those Stonehenge replica stones right there on his property on the marina. And we saw Stonehenge 2 not too long ago on this trip. This is called Bamahenge, and these are even bigger. These are 21 feet high, and the whole thing is like 104 feet wide, and he actually put them in the exact spot that they should be for the summer solstice. Isn't that interesting? Now, I mentioned and showed you the tree that is blown over. He said they took that into account. What if we get a major storm? We don't want these things to blow over. So he said he anchored them with concrete and telephone poles. So he said if a major storm would happen to whip through here, it might tear the actual like building of it apart, but it might like rip the stones in half, he said, but you'd still have the structure and the foundation. Ja, that's your second Stonehenge in how many days? Pretty cool, huh? Let's go wander through it. So this one was made out of fiberglass, even though it looks like stone. And they kind of were trying to figure out what they should originally call it, because Mark has made a Stonehenge before. He didn't make Stonehenge 2. He made something that they call Foamhenge. And he said, so we thought, since this was fiberglass, we would call it maybe Fiberhenge. But no, they eventually decided, since it's in Alabama, Bamahenge. Now I have to seriously ask myself, How many Stonehenges am I gonna see in my lifetime? I wanna go up and touch one and see what it feels and sounds like. Oh, that's even more hollow than the other ones that we saw recently. You can see this is apparently a dog-friendly place because not only are we here with Job, but there's another dog over here. And Scott Michaels is out here roaming around it. Such a cool roadside attraction. I love stuff like this. See, there's Scott over there vlogging it.
Be sweet. Oh my goodness.
This is so cool. I love stuff like this existing. And apparently a lot of people like it because every time we've stopped at one of these, we find other people here checking it out, families. So there you can see how he's got it set up for the summer and winter solstice. All right, now let's go see some dinosaurs in the woods. So our next stop is about 2 minutes away on the same road. So here's the first dinosaur right off the side of the road. We just came off there, and take a look at this big guy. These are what Mark Cline is primarily, or was originally primarily known for. These kind of dinosaurs. So he was out fixing some of these in, I believe it was 2006, after some storm damage. And that's when he was requested to create the Bamahenge. Take a look at these. I mean, they're in pretty good shape. You see there's a little damage right up here, but I don't know, maybe you're supposed to put letters to Santa in there or something, I don't know. I love the creativity, I really do. That is so cool. Now let's go see the others. Now we found this out here and I'm not real sure what that is. Maybe that's part of his sundial or who knows. That's out here by the dinosaurs as well. So take a look at this. Oh, nice. Thing's big too. One thing that we notice, I don't think you're supposed to have your kids climbing all over it, but everybody that stops seems to put their kid on top of it. And when they do, you see the whole thing kind of like moving around. It's just, you know, it's not made for that, but wow, that's cool. How big that is. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you are supposed to climb on it. I don't know. Maybe it's meant for photos like that. You see, he's left enough of a space right there. You can definitely hop up in there. See how hollow those are? And then our next batch, I believe, is just a few feet, maybe a few hundred feet, right up here off to the other side of the road. So you can find this one by the man-created road here going on either side. You have to kind of pull off the county road there, but there's a little pathway back here. Look at what we find. I could see it from the road. Oh boy. Yeah, see, other people have found it as well. Look at that guy, wow. It's like the Flintstones.
On this side. There's supposed to be two more.
Look at that. So apparently there's a lot more dinosaurs hidden out here than we thought. We've seen, what, like 3 of them now? Apparently there's like 7 or more out there.
Yeah.
Look at that, that's great. Look how big this guy is. We're now at the very, very back. We're gonna walk up the side. Isn't that great? Dinosaurs in the woods, you gotta love it. Now look here, right off the side of the road, we found another. We found the T-Rex. I think this might be my favorite one yet. Look at that guy. Wow. That's amazing. Mark Cline, I am a fan. I'm loving what you're doing. This is so great. Perfect setting too. Just wouldn't look right if you had it in the city. You gotta really have it out in the woods like this. So I guess what ended up attracting Mr. Barber, who hired Mark Cline to do those, was that he had heard that Mark Cline actually used glass eyes for the dinosaurs, so that's why he wanted his own dinosaurs out here. Wow, check out this fountain in the center. That's great.
Poseidon, I think.
Take a look at this. We've made our way over. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even see photos online or anything. So we're walking through the woods a little bit, and there's a little something to see. These are called the Nights in the Woods. Oh, that's great. These are so great. Look at that. Nice sword. Never know what you'll find in Roadside America, Alabama. We just saw this off in the distance. We didn't even know about it. This giant freaking tarantula. Who else is thinking of the Brady Bunch Hawaii episode right now? Or arachnophobia. Look at that thing. That is great. So we came here on a whim because I know that Mr. Cline also created something else for George Barber, who owns this marina, and it was called The Lady in the Lake, and I heard that it was damaged in 2020, so it doesn't look like it's here, but check this out, these two seagulls. This is great. But apparently right down here in this water, Mark Cline had created a woman popping up out of the water. But as I said, as far as I could find, it had been damaged in 2020 and hadn't been replaced yet. So it's too bad. I would have loved to have seen her right here. So that's what it used to look like. You could see her head and both of her knees popping out of the water originally when it was here. As you walk around this, George Barber, who owns this, he's the one that commissioned the Bamahenge, and he also commissioned the Dinosaurs. He's got all kinds of little oddities and things, and we noticed an elephant bench that you could sit on made out of stone. And here's the bench I was telling you about. I had to show you this elephant. Isn't that great? I love it. It says get her done. Is that Larry the Cable Guy's boat? I just got here. We arrived at 10:30 at night, and I came in to turn all the lights on before we bring John in to see his new home. I'm gonna go get him now.